An election year, I think that some of these topics are definitely going to be discussed. I mean, with the Occupy movement and with the state of the affairs of the U.S. right now, the economy, etc., that's something that's on people's minds. And this idea of economic justice, I think, is going to be something that is going to be talked about in various forms. The one thing I know for sure is the tax holiday, the repatriation issue, that's going to become a hot issue, whether it's exactly during the election or coming into the next year. That's something the corporations are still lobbying for very strongly.
And college kids have a big stake in this.
They do, yes. I think this is something that can be great to be shown in universities, because these are students who are stepping out into a very unstable job market. And, you know, in the film we talk about how in years prior, someone could work at the post office and support a family of 4 or 6 and go to college and buy a house and have a car, and those types of things don't really exist in the same manner. This film is basically talking about how corporations have been able to take advantage of the loopholes that exist in our current system and shift their profits offshore and not pay any taxes to the U.S. and the rest of the American population is holding up the tax burden for the country.
And how is this, do you think this film can change that?
I do feel the film can change that, because it's the first step of letting people know the different layers of the issues of the problem, like things that are going on right now, like the tax holiday, corporations wanting to bring money back from overseas instead of pay the 35% tax rate on it. They want to pay a 5% tax rate. And there is so much money out there that we could be collecting as revenue that our country could be using right now that is not being done.
Karin, one of the interesting things about your touch on this film, as opposed to, this could have been a Michael Moore kind of film, but you didn't hit me over the head with me being told that I'm a sucker for paying my taxes, yet I got that feeling. At the end of this movie, I feel like a sucker because I'm paying my taxes. Well,
something about that is I feel like feeling like you're a sucker for paying your taxes. I can understand how you might feel that way when you see that GE's earning $5.1 billion and paying zero. But on the other hand, through the making of this film, I've actually started to feel more positive about paying taxes, because I realize I'm contributing to my society.
Well, and tell us about the Uncut movement, because it's really specific.
The U.S. Uncut movement, they started inspired by UK Uncut in London, or in the UK, who were protesting corporate tax dodgers there, doing the same types of tricks with tax accounting. And US Uncut started in February 2011. There were people who were going out and protesting with really creative actions. They were doing teach-ins in bank lobbies and things like that, protesting this system of the tax dodging that the corporations are able to do. And in August of 2011, US Uncut sort of started to peter out a bit, and all of those people have joined up with the Occupy movements around the country.
Karin, has there been any political blowback? You know, everything is ascribed now these days an agenda. Have you been accused of having an agenda?
I don't know of that specifically, but people from both sides have been unhappy with parts of the film.
Good.
And so I feel like we're doing our job.
Absolutely.
Have you thought about going on some programs like The Daily Show or Colbert or someplace like that, or even like some of the news programs to really get this out?
We would love to be on The Daily Show, The Colbert Report, anything else, any of those other news programs. Hopefully we can get the film to them and they can see it.